My second question. How are you going to manage to bring all the paramount chiefs in Ashanti region to solve disputes? For example, when you come to Ahafwano Southwest constituency, we have 2 paramount chiefs and sub-chiefs 48. So in case of emergency, how are you going to
Honorable nominee, please take your seat. Honorable members, order. I call on the clerk to administer the oath.
I hereby administer the oath.
I, Dr. Frank Amwakohene,
Swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
touching the matter in issue
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Honorable nominee, in 2-3 minutes, tell us about yourself.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My name is Dr. Frank Amwakohene. I was born at Kolebu. My mother comes from Nsuta Ashiefu. Her father comes from Mampong Ashanti. My dad comes from Nsuta Kwaman. His father comes from Drobonso. By the matrilineal pattern of inheritance, I'm from Nsuta Ashiefu. I began my school from Kwaman SDA Primary School. From there, I moved to Ogwa SDA, Daban SDA, Pipayasi SDA, Buenim SDA, Aguna SDA, all in the primary school, and settled at St. Monica's Primary School in Ashanti Mampong, where I completed my basic education. From there, I moved to St. Monica's JHS for some few months, then moved to Anglican JHS for some few months, then finally settled at St. Andrew's Junior High School, where I completed my BCA. Mr. Chairman, from there I proceeded to the Osei Senior High School, where I pursued science, completed in the year 2008. Then from there I moved to the University of Ghana, where I pursued Bachelor of Science in Biomathematical Science in the first year. Second year I moved to Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Sciences. I completed in the year 2014. In the year 2016, I had the opportunity to pursue Bachelor of Science Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, where I completed also in the year 2020. After I completed, I had the opportunity to enroll in the Doctor of Medical Laboratory Sciences program at the UDS. From there, I completed in the year 2023. In the same year, I also enrolled with the Accra Business School to pursue a Master of Business Administration program, a generic option. I've been in student leadership. I was president for University of Ghana Allied Health Students Association. I was president for National Health Students Association of Ghana, and by virtue of that, I was member of the National Executive Committee of NUCS. I was chairman for the NUCS at 50 Central Planning Committee. From there, I became the president of the National Union of Ghana Students. Right after NUCS, I entered into mainstream politics, where I ran for MP in the 2020 general elections, but I was unsuccessful at Mampo constituency. In the year 2022, I ran for regional secretary for the NDC, which I won, and I'm currently serving as the regional secretary for the National Democratic Congress. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Our honorable guest, this is parliamentary sitting, so we don't clap here. I will plead with you to listen to the proceedings in silence. Please, it is very important. Take note of this. Order. I will call on Honorable Elvis Ose Mensah Dapa to start. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Congratulations once again, the incoming regional minister for Ashanti region. Congratulations once again. I'm told you are from the Vakus land, that is Osei Tutu boys. On behalf of Abrempong boys, we say congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Because I'm also a product of Osei Tutu boys. Honorable nominee, my first question, per my investigation, couple of researches, I can see and feel like you like TikTok. Am I lying? How often I meet you at TikTok?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Yes, that is correct. I'm a social media person, and I always choose to engage with the youth on social media. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Any further question?
My second question. How are you going to manage to bring all the paramount chiefs in Ashanti region to solve disputes? For example, when you come to Ahafuano Southwest constituency, we have 2 paramount chiefs and sub-chiefs 48. So in case of emergency, how are you going to
be an armchair regional minister and let the party go down again in the Ashanti region, and that you would work hand in hand with all stakeholders for the party and for the region and for the whole of Ashanti to know that yes, we are, and that we will continue to work hard. Otherwise, I wish you all the best in all the endeavors that you would be facing, and may Allah bless.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So, as the honorable member rightly put it, I'm very youthful, and I represent the youth in governance, and I have that responsibility of making sure that I make a stronger case for the youth. I want to assure Mr. Chairman and the House that I was regional secretary, and I wasn't armchaired. I moved around all 47 constituencies. Some I spent as much as 3 days over there. I want to assure the House that I wouldn't be seated only at the RCC. I'll move around to make sure that the work is done, and done well within the various municipalities and assemblies, in order that it will be a good example to involve the youth in governance subsequently. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I recognize Honorable Dr. Nana Ayu Afriye.
Honorable Chairman, it's not mischief, but it's interesting that I'm going to ask Dr. Makohene questions. I would say Dr. Makohene is consciously NDC by my product politically in students' politics. Yes. If you have a son who differs with you ideology-wise, you always grow him. And I'm very happy to see somebody I've fathered at student level being appointed to the region. Dr. Makohene, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Dr. Makohene, the first one is, with that solemn level of tolerance which I have known you and encouraged you, are you ready to take the fire of dissent as far as the development of Ashanti region is concerned from this time around, you as a regional minister and me as an MP wanting the best for your region? Are you ready for that?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Yes, constructive criticism is part of leadership and governance. And as you rightly said, you well trained me within the Students' Front. Mr. Chairman, the honorable member is the first NASAC president, and I was the 10th NASAC president. And though ideologically we differ, we joined forces to make sure we build and rebuild the Students' Front. And I want to assure Mr. Chairman and the House that with that tolerance and that ability to accept dissent and divergent views, I'm going to ensure that when given the nod, I'll work hand in hand with all political parties, every person within the region, the old, the young, in order that collectively we can build Ashanti region and move the region forward. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any further question?
Yes, Honorable Chairman. Looking at Ashanti region, the fact that we have the MPP has more members of parliament in Ashanti region, what is going to be your predisposition in terms of yourself, your DCs, and the MPs towards development of Ashanti region?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Once you are elected into office to serve the nation, to a larger extent, we are expected to put behind our partisan affiliation in order that we can partner well and build our respective constituencies and the region at large. Mr. Chairman, when giving the nod, I'm going to ensure that the MMDAs and the chief executives who man these sectors work closely with the respective members of parliament so that every constituency, every district, every municipal, and the Metropolitan Assembly get to see the needed development. So yes, the MPP has quite a number of MPs within the region, But I'm sure that with the right engagement and partnership, we should be able to leverage on that to even help make sure we develop the region. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, and I'm done with this. It's a simple question. Mr. Chairman, thank you respectfully. Would you
Is it a
encourage,
or your last question?
last question, would you
Very well.
encourage only and only responsible mining in the Ashanti region?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As a medic and knowing the health implications of irresponsible mining and the effect on even the unborn and the society, I'm going to work hard to closely work with sector ministers and the agencies to ensure that we take good control of mining within the region and do well to make sure we, if not completely, to a larger extent, eliminate irresponsible mining. That I want to give you my assurance, Mr. Chairman, that I'm going to work hard and assiduously on that to make sure we restore our water bodies and the environment. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I will then proceed to give the floor to Honorable Sukparu Adams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Frank, congratulations. Mr. Chairman, I've known Frank for the past maybe 14 years. We've worked together in our students' days when he was the NASAC president, but then I was also leading the PUSAC, private university students in this country. When he became NUC's president in Ghana again, he was always in touch with me. We collaborated in so many things. And I am of the view that this is the right choice for the Ashanti region, considering the fact that he's the youngest so far in the ministers appointed by His Excellency the President.
Please, your question.
My question, Mr. Chairman, it is to congratulate Dr. Frank. I cannot ask him any question because I've worked with him in the past and I have no doubt in his, competency. And therefore, I can only wish him well and let the people of Ashanti region know that this is the best for them. And also, they should give him all the needed support that he needs to run the region. Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you. I will now give the floor to Honorable Adams Abdul Salam.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Doug, congratulations. First of all, on behalf of the Ashanti MPs Caucus, we would like to congratulate you and thank you for your contribution during the campaign. You, together with the regional executives, made sure that we upped our numbers in Parliament from 4 to 7. And I'm sure with your leadership in the region as a minister, we hope to increase those numbers in the subsequent elections. I have a question that I'm sure would be on the minds of a lot of people. People who have followed you know that you are heavy on social media. Have you done any TikToks today?
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I've posted just one video today.
On your way to Parliament to show that you were coming for a vetting.
Okay, so I have a team that manages my social media account for me. So as and when there is an incident or there is an issue, they show it to me, then they do the needful by posting on social media.
So, Minister, can you assure this committee that you will not over-rely on social media in a way that would impede your performance as a minister?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I think that from the discussion so far, it is clear that I've been involved a lot in youth leadership. And in time past, when I was young, my father would send me to the community center where they get to play Ludo, Dummy, among others. In recent time, those centers do not exist. There's a new society known as the social media, where we get the opportunity to share ideas and also to interact. So right from my student days, I was very present on Facebook, Twitter, among others. Having been elected as regional secretary for Ashanti, I noticed that, and upon profiling the region, I noticed that most of the youth were rather on TikTok. So I may be posting on Twitter, but I would not be getting my target audience. The reason for which I needed to be very much present in that space in order that I would be competitive enough to champion the ideas of my political party and also His Excellency the President. Given the influence and the following I have on social media, Mr. Chairman, I want to assure the committee that I'm rather going to use the platform to promote good governance, to leverage on that in order that they all buy into the developmental agenda of the region and the country at large, so that we'll be able to drive the youth along and also get them to own the developmental policies of the government and the country. So I want to assure the House that I'm not going to overly rely on social media. However, the platforms will be available so that the youth who would want to reach me can still send a message, and there will be a team there who will look at the messages and draw my attention in order that I will be able to assist them where need be. With this said, I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, so as a regional minister, you are going to be supervising the MMDAs. And with your presence on social media, have you thought of how you could leverage on your presence to enhance local participation in local governance?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I think that it is an interesting area that, when given the nod, I would like to explore. I intend to be on the field, as I've been advised to, and spend enough time with the various MMDAs so that we'll be able to not only supervise and monitor, but be part of whatever they are doing. Considering my youthful nature and the fact that most of the youth are on social media, I want to assure the committee and the House that I would make sure I leverage on my following on social media in order that we could get the youth to be actively involved in the activities of the MMDAs. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any further questions?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the last one. Minister, you're a doctor, turned politician. So with that background, what health policies are you going to promote to enhance health delivery services, especially in deprived communities and constituencies like mine? Remember when you were in my constituency, we visited a health center, and you were appalled by the conditions of the health center. So I'm sure the people of Atrebuana are listening. And remember, you promised to come back. So they will be looking forward to seeing you as a minister. So what policies are you going to promote to enhance quality health delivery services in rural communities and constituencies such as mine?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So yes, considering my background, I'm sure that the knowledge I have within the health field is going to help a lot so far as the health delivery services within Ashanti is concerned. Given the question at hand, the underserved communities are either cut off by three major things I identified during the campaign. It's either they have no health facility within the catchment area, or they have no good road networks linking them to the available health facility, or the people themselves are not empowered enough with the right information to know when to make a decision to go to the hospital or otherwise. Given these three issues and problems, I'm going to work closely with the sector minister in order that CHIP compounds, health centers would be made available in communities where they have no access to healthcare facility. Given that as well, our secondary level of health provision, that is the district level health provisions, in districts where there are hospital projects where they have not been completed, I'll work hard with the sector minister in order that we'll be able to complete same for the use of the good people of Ashanti region. At the tertiary level, almost half of the northern belt depends on Konfanoche for their healthcare delivery. The Sewa Hospital and the Afari Hospital was to come in, ease more of the pressure on Konfanoche in order that we could help His Royal Majesty Otunfo Sejutu in order that we can give it a world class touch and heal Komfo as he puts it. As we speak now, and from the briefing, these two major hospitals are not in use. When giving the nod, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to work closely with the sector players in order that we can assess the state of these two major infrastructural inputs that we will have in our health. Once that is done, I'm sure that we should be able to get it in use so that pressure will leave Komfo. Then together with the central government, see how best we can help His Royal Majesty put Komfo in good shape. When it comes to the information aspect of it, I would work closely with the MMDAs in order that they would get their public health units all out to embark on health education so that the community can definitely have the needed information to take the right decisions. When it comes to roads, I'm sure that the first question I answered, I spoke extensively about how I'm going to collaborate with the COCO board and to get the COCO roads and also the sector minister for roads in order that they can have access to these health facilities when they are built within the catchment area. With these, I'm sure that we should be able to rebuild and bring back a robust health delivery system in Ashanti region. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much. Any further question?
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Then I'll give the floor to Rita now.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Dr. Amwakuhine, congratulations on your nomination by the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to the position of Ashanti Regional Minister.
Thank you.
I heard you answer one of the questions and you said you'll be father for all. Yes, as regional minister, or whatever portfolio you find yourself in, you have to be father for all. But in the name of father for all, we have seen some in times past. Are you going to be father for all to give fair hearing to everybody, or father for all where your own people will be neglected? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So I think in answering the question, I didn't explicitly use the father for all terminology, but it meant that I was going to open my arms to everyone within the region in order that they will be able to approach and then let us know their challenges and help solve them. Whilst doing that, and as a youthful leader, consciously, definitely, I'll have to help build the youth within the region. So yes, I'm going to be there for everyone within the region without having to also put the youth and the good people of Ashanti region at a disadvantage. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Any further question?
Yeah, on this note, I want to wish you well. I pray God's blessings for you, that you excel in your new position, so that will be a learning process for the youth that are monitoring you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will recognize Dr. Asamoah. You have the floor.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Congratulations, Doc, on your nomination. Coming from the Ashanti region, we are proud that the young man has been given the opportunity to lead the region. Ashanti region happens to be the second largest region as far as population is concerned in the country. And recently, we know there were some clashes within the Obuasi enclave, which, if not taken care of, it might extend to other constituencies that mining is ongoing. What do you intend to do to make sure that we prevent such incidents, taking into consideration post-election violence?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So yes, it's a sorry situation at Obuasi where we lost 9 energetic men. Any issue that involves the loss of life is a sorry one. And I want to use this opportunity to extend my condolences to the affected family. However, the nitty-gritties of what really occasioned the clash is still under investigation. And thankfully, the President of the Republic has in the nod, I'll follow through with the recommendation in order that we will be able to use Obuasi as a test case and as a learning platform so that we can extend those recommendations into the other mining areas in order that we can prevent any such fatal clashes. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any further question?
Following up with this, that means that the youth needs to be taken care of. And you know, Kumasi has the second largest number of headquarters. And they just outgone MPP government invested so much in training headquarters to be able to reskill and redeploy them. And we all know that buildings that were built for Kayayis in Accra experienced some kind of looting after the election. What do you intend to do to be able to make sure that the youth in Ashanti region and the youth that are coming from the northern side of our country are well trained so that we can reduce these headquarters and the pain and the suffering they tend to go through? We most of the time underutilize their abilities and what they can contribute to our nation building.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Every youth in Ghana deserves to have a decent job. And with that in mind, His Excellency the President has a plan, and as stated in our manifesto, to embark on what we call the National Apprenticeship Program, where we seek to give employable skills to the youth of the Republic of Ghana. Mr. Chairman, when giving the nod, I'll work closely with the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment in order that we will get the fair share of that program to the good people of Ashanti region. Given that, and as part of the manifesto, the President, His Excellency John Mahama, has made a huge commitment that he's going to help through the Youth Ministry to train 1 million coders in digital skills so that they can have this digital knowledge to be able to survive in institutions, among others. I'm going to also work closely with the Sector Minister in order that the Ashanti region will get its fair share. Specifically on the Kaya issue, I think very much that that intervention was good. However, upon reflecting on the thoughts of some of the regional ministers that you have vetted, Mr. Chairman, with your permission, the ideas they share, I think that when we augment what has already been started with that, we should be able to, in the first place, prevent the northern-southern migration in the first place, whilst we take care of those in the south through the program that was initiated by the former administration. So yes, we need to empower the people right where they are so that they wouldn't have to travel all the way to the south in order that they will find an avenue to be trained. So I think that as regional minister, when giving the nod, I'll work closely with my other regional ministers in order that they will equally be on top of the game, in order that they empower the people in the north rather than allowing them to come to the south before we can get an intervention for their training. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Well, you are entitled to one more question. And that should be the last question, indeed.
Thank you, Chair. So, whilst I'm congratulating you, I want to assure us, Ashanti region tends to have the largest number of members of parliament from the opposition party. And we know that Ashanti region, like I said, the largest number of people. How will you assure us that you're going to work closely with the member of parliament and your MMDC or DCs collaboratively so that we can build a strong region which the Ken, the Otumfo, Osei-Tutu has always been advocating for? How do you intend to make sure that you strongly work collaboratively with all the MPs and the MMDC and DCs so that we can achieve that?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So, as Riley said, the region is predominantly NPP, and as such, it reflects in the parliamentary seats. In order to navigate this challenge, I would ensure that when giving the nod, I would constantly engage with my members of parliament within the region in order that we can all have a clear blueprint and a framework for the development of Ashanti region. It is only when they are left or kept in the dark, that is the only time that they will come out and agitate, because they would not understand the direction within which we are moving the region. So I want to assure Mr. Chairman and the House that when giving the nod, I'm going to work closely with all members of parliament within the region, and also ensure that the MMDAs, the chief executives there, partner well with their MPs so that they can bring development into the region. At least we have 4 years, if all things be equal. Let's use the first 3 years to develop the region. We can do all we want in the election year, but I'm sure that if we're able to commit all hands on deck within the first 3 years, we should be able to turn things around for the better for the region. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. I will move to Honorable Shaibu Mahama.
Demeanor and the way he answered the questions. I have no doubt that you will deliver. I'll leave you with 2 things. Behind you, I see very big party stalwarts. I see Auntie Betty, I see Dr. Dufour, party chairman, Queen Mothers. Not only should you not disappoint them, but also the youth in Ashanti and Ghana as a whole will look forward to you for 2 things. First, to give them direction, and secondly, to let the president, who has nominated you for appointment, note that he can give other opportunities to other youth. So please, 2 things with you. I wish you Allah's blessings in your new role.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. You are done. I will give the floor to Honorable Patrick Yabwama.
Thank you very much, Chairman. And congratulations, Minia. Trinkwa. Maybe some kakrebi. How many paramounces do we have in Ashanti? Paramounces and divisions. Since you are in a nice club from Ashanti, and you've spoken so well, how many paramounces do we have in the great kingdom under His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Saitutu II?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I would not know the numbers of head. I know of the Mampong Traditional Council of Finso, Kumewu.
If you don't know, you don't know. We have over 66 and 12 divisions in Ashanti. Okay? You should know, because you'll be a frequent visitor at Menchia during a day. You should know where they sit and how to go about your duties. Secondly, I know Otumfuo is very passionate about some projects that I'm going to be mentioned. One is the Central Market project. Number 2 is the Lake Road project. You know the Lake Road. They are buying that side. Santase to Anyankwanta. The Accra Kumasi dualization project. The Sofolai Ebuakwa. Swame interchange. They are projects that commenced under the MPP administration. Please, the dualization project.
Order.
Chairman, you need to protect your member. Accra Kumasi dualization project was commenced and continued by the NPP. It's on record. You can check.
It's on record. You can check. Aferi Hospital, Sevilla. You mentioned it. There's nothing political about these. They are for the good people of Ghana and Asante. Please assure Asante and His Royal Majesty Otumfuo that you are going to ensure with your beautiful cloth and your power that all these projects, which were started by the MPP, together with the 1D1F projects, are completed so that the good people of Ashanti enjoy some benefits out of this project.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Rightly so, all projects within the region deserve to be completed for the use by the good people of Ashanti region. I think that we are at a point where we need to, as the Honorable Member rightly put it, depoliticize development, especially within the region. So, in line with same, and with the assurances we got from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama when he visited the Malaysia for the first at the Kese, he was emphatic that he was going to support to make sure that we complete all stalled projects within the region. And I'm very sure that that will not go without that of the previous administration, in addition to that which was initiated by my very own uncle Kofor, Krufu Market, and those that were initiated by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, including the KJTR Central Market Project, the Banka Community Day Senior High School, Fumsu Community Day Senior High School, Afrancho Market, Offenso Community Day Senior High School, Dobonso Community Day Senior High School. Bosomchin Oyoko Community Day Senior High School is operating, but maintenance has also become a problem. So with this, Adijama Community Day Senior High School, with this said, I want to assure Mr. Chairman and the House that when given the nod and with the commitment of His Excellency the President, we're going to make sure that we complete all these projects that needs to be completed for the use of the good people of Ashanti region. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Chairman, I don't have a follow-up question on that. I'll go to my second question. What will be your strategic vision for the Ashanti region? And I'm asking that it has to sit with the vision of Otumfuo the second. What will be your strategic vision for the good people of Ashanti?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Considering the nature of Ashanti, with agric, trade, business being the hallmark of the region, I think that it will be well situated that when given the nod, I pay particular attention to the agric sector, pay particular attention to bridging the infrastructural gaps we have, especially in the areas of trade, as we mentioned, concerning the markets that we need to expand, among others. And lastly, the region has its unemployment rate sadly above the national average. The national average is 14.7. The region has its unemployment rate around 16.0. At the face of this challenge, I'm going to work closely with the various sectors to ensure that the youth get access to decent jobs in order that we can bring down the unemployment challenges we have in the region. So, Mr. Chairman, bridging the infrastructural gap, making sure we make the agricultural sector very lucrative, supporting businesses, and also helping to curb the unemployment situation that is on the rise within the region. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, thank you. My last question. When I am sure page 2. Let's turn our attention to your CV, page 2. Why, Roxanne? When the voter regional nominee came and the chairman was speaking ever with him, nobody complained. In the other name, they all complaining. So, Doc, 2022 to 23, medical doctor, Bekwai Municipal Hospital. 2021-22, medical doctor, Greater Accra Regional Hospital. 2014 to 2016, medical laboratory scientist, University of Ghana Hospital. Are you a medical doctor, properly so called? Senior house officer, properly so called? Walk me through this. I'm an illiterate in that area. I want to be sure. Because I was told in there to be a junior officer, senior officer before you are given a practicing certificate. Walk me through whether you've qualified as a practitioner within your space. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So the areas you read regard to two separate professions. The first is medical laboratory sciences. I completed that in 2014, was duly licensed and practiced for some few years, after which I left back to the medical school. I completed medical school in the year 2020. I did my first year housemanship at Ridge Hospital, then my second year housemanship at Bekwai Hospital. Then I left there as a medical officer. So I'm done with internship within both the medical laboratory space and also within the MBCHB space. So I'm so qualified and I've undergone all the requisite training and the service I need to undertake. Thank you very much.
Former MC Boku, Honorable Roger Abolimbisa, former MP Bolsa North. Bonotobo members, all constituency, Bonaboto. Well, I have B-O-N-O-B-O-T-O. So it's Bonoboto members, all constituency chairman. You are welcome. But honorable members, I will plead with the nominees yet to be vetted. Starting from tomorrow, you will only be allowed 10 guests to accompany you. The marshals will be at the gate to return the 11th person. Therefore, to avoid embarrassment, don't come with more than 10 for only the rest to be returned. Please, take note, and notice is hereby accordingly served. Honorable Minister nominee, thank you for attending upon the committee. You will surely hear from the committee, and you are hereby discharged.
Thank you, Chairman.
No, it's not coming.
will benefit your hometown. And I'm expecting that when you sit on the great chair, that will be your number one agenda. That's why I'm interchange. An extension to it is the dualization of the route from Swami Interchange through Tafo, through Ohia, through Meduma, through Mampontein, all the way to Asromaso Junction. I was quite instrumental in putting that project together. Somewhere in late October, early November, the minister then, Honorable Asenso Boache, we met at Tafo, and then we cut the sword for that road. That road happens to be the most congested road leading from Kumasi to the other areas. If you check all the other routes that leads out of Kumasi, all has been dualized, with the exception of
Honorable Amprachum, question.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just about to land. I was just preparing the ground before I actually hit home. And like I said, it's a friendly question. I am landing. And I'll be landing very soon. Now, that road is the only road that has not been dualized. And we have gone far. Sword has been cut. We need to move ahead with it. Can you give your word that if we give you the nod, oh, no wonder you lost out. Okay. There's hope. Yes. I'll pray for that. Can you tell me or convince us or convince your people of Mampo, convince members on this table that when given the law, you are going to do your utmost best, make it a priority, champion it to make sure that Mampo, which is the next big town after Kumasi, having lost out all these years,
that is wrong.
Formina, don't talk. Formina, you are a small boy in this matter. When we talk of the big boys in the Ashanti region, Formina, you are a small cry. There's a hierarchy, yes. You know that, my brother.
Honorable Amprechum, your question. And address the chair.
Honorable nominee, my question has been asked. Can you give us your word that you are going to... My Hema is sitting right behind you. You've managed to bring the whole occupant of the silver stool in Ashanti region here to support you, the Queen Mother. Give your word to the Queen Mother that when you are confirmed, you are going to do your utmost best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. The President indeed and the Minister of the previous administration indeed cut sword for the construction of the Swami interchange and the dualization of the adjoining routes, including the Swami to Tafo all the way to Mampong road. Unfortunately, the timelines they gave elapsed because we were assured that the project